Time now for Inside Out as our baseball insider Andy Martino joins us from Fenway Park. And Andy, a complete no-show from Gerrit Cole in this one. Why could he not put the Red Sox batters away when he got to 2 strikes on them?
It was, Eamon, really a continuation of what we saw from Cole in September. He just did not have command of his pitches. We were looking early in the game to see the key on Cole was going to be, is he leaving the fastball over the middle? Does he feel good about what that fastball is doing? And he didn't. He got away from it a little bit. He gave up a home run on a terrible changeup. Was really having trouble locating. Looked like he was rushing his delivery and overthrowing. Those are the technical explanations, and those are all well and good if it's part of a slump, the course of a long season. But you zoom out, and it was simply a matter of Gerrit Cole not doing what his job is, what it is his job to do, what they're paying him the big money for, what he set out to do, his job it is to do. It's just a massive disappointment for a guy that was brought in to be the ace of a team. He was supposed to be the CC Sabathia of this decade, the guy that comes in as that #1 at the top of the rotation in his first few years with the Yankees and helps them win a championship. And now, 2 great regular seasons from him, but in 2 successive Octobers, has not been able to win that win or go home game. So a real black mark on Cole's legacy with the Yankees.
Andy, the offense as well looked similar to what we've seen all year. 2 home runs, fly balls, 11 strikeouts at the plate with no walks. How much blame does the lineup get in this loss?
Yeah, it was a pretty thin lineup. Once you got past Joey Gallo, there were a lot of outs in that lineup, and it was an indictment on, as you said, Maria, the all-or-nothing approach of the team, the fact it's going to be a strikeout-prone team. It's going to be a team that kind of goes feast or famine in the offense. And, you know, without DJ LeMahieu here, he didn't have a representative season, but he's a guy who they've really missed. With Gary Sanchez not able to catch Gerrit Cole, there were just a few additional holes in a lineup tonight that had a Joey Gallo with so many holes in his own swing there, batting cleanup. Just not ideal, and really not a championship caliber lineup that the Yankees ran out there tonight, clearly.
Which is probably why Phil Nevin might have panicked on that send with Aaron Judge, but that's a discussion for the whole entire offseason. Andy, big picture now. The Yanks made it to the wild card game, so it's a playoff year, but let's be honest, this is a disappointing season. Aaron Boone's contract is now up. So what does this loss, Andy, in your eyes, mean for his future in the Bronx?
Well, you're not kidding about Phil Nevin, first of all. I mean, that was one of the big season-defining mistakes that we've seen in a long time here in New York baseball. And I wouldn't be surprised if Nevin suffered some consequences with his own job security for that. In terms of Boone, much more important, of course, for the franchise. Look, he very nearly clinched another contract by getting the Yankees to the playoffs on Sunday with that win against the Rays. And I believe he would have had an extension no matter what happens for the rest of October if they'd advance to the division series. Now, with this loss, even though it wasn't his fault, what's a manager supposed to do when the ace doesn't get it done? It does create a new conversation, a bigger picture conversation that will be loud tomorrow morning. It will be loud through the offseason about the Yankees, and it'll start with the manager. You're going to have fans questioning whether Boone should stay. You're going to have fans questioning the whole baseball operations department. And look, as a reporter, now I feel like I have to make calls when I wake up tomorrow about Aaron Boone's job security, and that tells you something, because that's a different story than it seemed like where we were heading just on Sunday with Boone.